Hey guys, welcome to the show. We're really late today because I've been incredibly busy. So setting up the next project, the massive project for Telltale Club, which is all about music therapy. So we'll be doing free music therapy sessions, but I'm going visual now for those. So they're going to be on YouTube. I'm going to be live on YouTube every day. We're going to be doing all of the therapy sessions and you'll be able to listen to those and really get in the zone. So I'm really excited about that. But don't worry, this podcast is never ending. This podcast will go on forever and I've got a real treat for you tonight. So what I'm going to give you tonight is something called Nothing But Air. So I'm just going to play you a little section of the whole track. This whole track is actually on YouTube, so you can listen to the whole thing for free there. I did this really because I was kind of hoping to launch myself with some VJ stuff. I was really looking for, an interest to manifest itself in really exciting alternative visuals. It just hasn't happened yet. And you can't do everything in life, so I'm just sticking to the music for the moment. But the visuals are coming, The more I do my YouTube, the more I think, I really need some visuals. And what I really like is cerebral dance music, which is how I describe the music that I make, with really interesting visuals. So really arty-farty, Really like, what the F is she doing now? Guys, listen, my costume arrived. It's like a onesie with a head thing. It's got a head, you're covered, no skin showing at all. And she's called The Wife Who Fell to Earth, and she's going to be dancing. So I'm going to be doing a lot of hypnotic dance on the YouTube channels as well. And I'll be using some of the, music like this, Nothing But Air. But this is just a little section of it, and this is also going to be available to buy if you want to buy it. This is the free version. You can use it for private use only. This is a contract, it's... Copyright is stated at the start. It was really good to notice, actually, that if you're making ringtones or anything, nobody's going to collect royalties for you, but because they just don't. But what you can do is you can state that it's yours, and that would mean that in the future, if anything happened, so if somebody used your ringtone, for example, and made a massive hit with it, like Fatboy Slim. You could say, you can't use that. That's my voice. You're not allowed to use that because I've stipulated on my podcast that that's for personal use only. Do you see what I mean, guys? It's really important that you ascertain, your ownership on music. There's loads of ways you can do that. The best way is to release it somewhere. So releasing it on a podcast is a really good idea. Releasing it on YouTube is a really good idea because if somebody ever came along and said, hang on a minute, you're copyright infringing, and you could say, well, actually I'm not because I wrote that and it's my vocal and I did it such and such time. Do you see what I'm saying? So really important, just stipulate it somewhere where there's a track record, where there is a history of where that file was made, where it came from, what quality that file's in. For example, if you buy stuff on Pond 5, you can buy different licenses depending on the quality. So you might give somebody a license to use something that's an MP3, but you might not give them the license for a WAV file. So that's really important as well. So just, I guess it's really important if you want a career in music, and intellectual property now, it's such a grey area sometimes, but the people that run the show, Google and YouTube and all these people, they're getting good now at, working out what is copywritten and what isn't and who's breaking the laws and etc. As for your stuff, I've just had all my artwork copied in China. That's a fashion thing. I've had my designs copied. Nothing you can do in another country. So be aware of that as well. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. So let your baby out there and hope for the best. So here we go. Nothing But Air. It's quite a long loop and you can use this for private use. Really nice one. Take care. I'll be back tomorrow. There's nothing but air.